I'm not gonna let him transfer his arm to that side of my shoulder. I'm gonna keep him glued here with my ear. See, I kind of like pull in, and I'm just kind of really squeezing with my ear against his hand. So it makes that transfer to the other side kind of hard. Go ahead. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze my legs together. Preferably, I would like to have my heel like on this side of his arm. That would be the best case scenario. But I can make it work without that. Just here, just make sure that your knees are pinching together. I'm not triangling my feet. That actually is easier for you to get your arm out, right? Yeah. So all I do is I just like pinch my knees. Now get your arm out. Okay, not impossible, but it's a good control. Now, I don't want my underhook anymore. What I want to do is get my arm out, right? So I make a little frame on his neck. I can be a little aggressive with my arm because his arms are occupied right now. He's like, what could he do to attack? If I can put it here, how are you going to attack my arm? Yeah, we'll get it. Yeah. All right. So now, start framing his head down. And what I'm going to do, this is where this is valuable because he can't really move his hand while I make this transition if I've got my heel in this position. I just kind of throw my leg up and over his neck here. Okay. And now, this leg will go on the top of that ankle. All right. Now, the best way to squeeze is to think about sitting Indian style. I can clamp here, but watch, as I pull this foot in, see I grab my foot and I'm sitting almost like an Indian style position here, then I make the squeeze. It's real strong, okay? You can also use this as a distraction technique, and while he's thinking about all that head pressure, you just come in and attack the arm, right there. A lot of times he'll try to pull his arm out, and you get the Americana there, or I could just trade the grip and I take a Kimura right there, okay? So you've got 3 arm attacks, straight down, Americana, that way. Oh, that's a nasty one. Or you just trade your grip. When you trade your grip, you want to go, I'm not choking you, am I? Sorry.
No, so you're good.
Yeah, so hook here, and you got to keep your ear in the game, like real tight. So here we go. And now he's like got all kinds of problems. I've seen sometimes what happens is, when you go to crank, he'll try to, out of desperation, he'll try to roll. So go ahead. You end up where? Right back to here, which is not a problem. Okay. So it's a really cool way to attack from the bottom when you're in. And it's bottom side control is an inferior position. You know, it's not something that you really think about being aggressive from. But that particular variation gives you a lot of options. So he's cross-facing. I'm going to just hug his arm so it's hard for him to extract. Okay. If he's cradling me, this is the time to do this game right here. And the reason he would cradle is if I get a good underhook on him. Come back, please. So if I'm here, if I get a good underhook on him, I can use this to kind of bump him off. You see? So if he knows how to kill that with a cradle, now you're just wasting all of your energy. Okay? So let's change our mindset. I'm going to keep his arm here. I don't want his arm over here. If I go for the choke here, I can maybe do it, but it's much, much lower percentage. Because look, he can like rotate over my body, like keep your elbow on the floor real strong here. It kind of takes a lot. Yeah, you see, he starts like changing the position of it. So as long as I keep his arm over here, it makes it hard for him to step over, and then I'm going to be able to attack it in concert with the triangle. All right, so squeeze here. Check your pressure and make sure that you're not loosey-goosey with your knees. All right, ideally heel on his wrist right there. That really frees this leg up. You throw over, nice contact with your thigh and the neck, and then the leg here is going to go over the top leg. You can squeeze here, but what I found works best is, like I said, reaching around and grabbing my own ankle for the Indian style position. And I should be able to just tap him out real fast, right like that, just with a little squeeze. Then we got straight arm. You've got the Americana, which is back that way. And the switch of the hands is going to give you the Kimura lock. When you Kimura, a lot of times the guy will roll, which is no problem. You just follow. And you get right in the old style Kimura. Right there. All right? Let's give it a shot.